Honorable members, notes move to making a statement regarding our departed colleague. We wish to recognize guests that we have within our midst. And honorable members, it is the custom of our county assembly to recognize the presence of guests seated in the gallery who are also here to condole with us during this difficult period of mourning. And our county assembly, Region CAF MCA. Honorable members, it is with a heavy heart and profound sorrow that I convey. Thank you, honorable members. We can take a breaking and devastating. And when our words may not formation, he survived by the love of his wife, Ms. Jacqueline Mashera, and his 3 children in the run-up to the 2022 general elections. Further allow my honorable members to record
Speaker of the Assembly, such as the budget and appropriation and the county innovation technology, and considered fidelity, he undertook his duties and for his final rights of the departed colleague. Now this assembly his PhD. I think of ours. I think it will not be much of us to 8th of October this year.
And I shall stop there, Mr. Speaker. But allow me, Mr. Speaker, to indulge you as I
this assembly expresses its deep sadness.
Whether we will deliver on nomination of UDA, and do what possible within our powers to make all things that the duties and commit ourselves to stand together with the family of angels and archangels in heaven, and he receives his soul without thanksgiving.
Yes, Honorable Kabuga, our contribution to the minimum so that we can allow
this assembly and to everyone who came to know Honorable Ezra. Surely, as many have said, he was a good friend to many, he was kind, and surely a very intelligent person. I do remember my last time with him was on Saturday at Karen. And I remember how he used to tease me that day that I'm the one who have made our deputy president poorer because I stole his speakers. So he was trying to tell me that I should what I was requesting. When David was mourning his son, or rather when him to go to the son cannot come back. The same case with our friend Ezra. We refuse to work. Nothing now can happen apart from praying for his family and supporting his family. I don't understand how people can refuse to work, yet they are ready to eat. Mr. Speaker, today when I went to the restaurant, our cafeteria here, I found some eggs, good cup of tea, and I think some washes. And I was really happy and wondered, we are eating when our own, and so whenever we eat, we are supposed to work. So, Mr. Speaker, local areas, when we gather here, and together we move to Ezra's family, we'll go. So, my proposal and my proposal, if we adjourn only in the afternoon, and if we should, with so much to do, why we should adjourn today, tomorrow, that's Wednesday, next week. I would prefer a hard worker. We should emulate him because we have too much to do as the assembly.
That we adjourn because we have so much that we need to do here and there to ensure that we give a bit. We have lost our brother. I mean, I got into grief, and the whole of that journey was on the page because, I mean, like all of us are saying, this was a great man. I mean, like all of us are saying, this was a great man. So I would work the way he tirelessly worked, and with a lot. I would work the way he tirelessly worked, and with a lot of humbleness, with a lot of humility. To prepare for the send off. Of humility. To prepare for the send off. Today we sit here, and the members in the budget committee who are here would be interacting with the executive and question their figures. Therein lies a very sensible argument in his way of questioning. A very sensible argument in his way of questioning things. Budget committee, as their chair, I want to stand in this assembly. Number two, I want to remember the last moments that we interacted with Ezra at the Deputy President's residence in Karen. And he had an input because we were having a conversation about the removal policy. He can attest that when he was making those pronouncements, as a very enlightened person in terms of the political landscape in this country, being that he was a very young man and he had gotten a feel to understand how the political landscape in this country is like. And that would forever in our minds and hearts. That even as we move around wherever we are doing our duties, we remember of me. He lives behind a very tender family. Put your house in order, because this now tells you that you never know the hour. He lives behind a very young widow, very young children, and we pray that because God also takes care and ensure that their welfare is sorted, that happens in our time. Thank you.
On Saturday.
Thank you.
On Saturday, and there is a week to condole with the Honorable Ezra's family. So I'm opposing because ordered by two committees that are our members, Health and Rally at 11:30, both of them, and then we come back on Wednesday. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Zipola is, and the Honorable to enlighten Kamau, followed by documentation, analytical, all that, and could not until finally Kamau. Mr. Speaker, it is very painful to lose such as a young soul. Speaker, it is very painful to lose such as a young soul. Our family life and everything. Our family life and everything. They resume the activities of the chamber and say, how are the mighty fallen? Your father. Again, fare thee well, brother Ezra. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ezra. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's take this one bench here, Honorable.
We are done.
Let's take this one bench here, Honorable.
We are done with matters of burial for Honorable Ezra. Remembering the fallen soldier of this assembly, he was a dedicated member, a member who served with a lot of grace, tenacity, and a member who loved his job. He worked for his party, and our party, the UDA party, until the last minute. Most of us may not know, but a week before the fallen colleague passed on, he was at Woma's organizing the Comrades chapter that whole week before he passed. So, Mr. Speaker, I'm seeing a case of a man who was well grounded, a man who worked with a lot of integrity, and a man and we need to emulate. Mr. Speaker, we all need, Mr. Speaker, I rise to support.
Thank you. I can see you are prophesying good things for our clerk here. So, from your mouth to God's ears. Proceed, Honorable Father George.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As I rise to support the motion of adjournment, I would like to happened to me. I was brought up by my grandmother, who was very close to me. And when I lost her, I called one of my very close friends to tell him about my grandmother. And I think he told me, you know what, George? We all die. But what is important is what we leave behind to be remembered. These words echo in my heart every moment, every time, whenever I see somebody losing or leaving this world. What is important to know that he really inspired each and every humility. He was a very humble person. He respected each and every hour, every second, to live a life that is pleasing to God. May his soul rest in peace.
Honorable Speaker, allow me to start just as minority leader stood. You know, when we were used to refer to and I would always call him, he's on the record. The Honorable Ezra Kabuga cars. And I remember members would tease us all the time. Why are you guys not buying cars? But the Honorable Ezra would tell me all the time, the Honorable Ezra, the people who have interacted with him, he always used to challenge me to have a family, both in life and the job that by this country to be a nominated MCA. The Honorable Ezra was a very intelligent person. It has been stated that I wept when I was at home. Because Ezra found me there and he was excited. He was happy. He felt accomplished. And the hit
Mukomo Smart, and whether we could allow Mukomo Smart to make the final contribution.
Thank you for the many kind words they have echoed about our